Who would have thought when these local Humberside rivals first clashed before a few hundred spectators back in 1899 that the rivalry would become so intense as to attract such a record crowd approaching 30,000 here at Headingley Leeds for the John Player Trophy final. Humberside's fanatical support is here in force today. Just before the teams came out, I spoke to both coaches. Firstly, Roger Millward.
Really, Ray, I think that we've got a good all-round side, a lot of size there, a lot of pace and a lot of power. And I think this is going to be one of the main contributing factors on today's game.
You see Hartley making a big impact?
I'd hope so, yes, because Stevie is a match winner. He gets about his job very well, he picks up off the forwards well, and once he's in the clear, that's a try.
And Phil Lowe running well at the moment?
Yes, Phil Lowe, he's trained very hard this week, he's working well, and over the last couple of weeks he's playing some of the best football of his life.
So you're very confident of a good win?
I think it's going to be very hard, but I think we can just come out in the end.
Over the last couple of seasons, Ray, we've built backs to go along with our forwards, so I'm hopeful that they put it together today, and as you say, we've got an all-round strength now, where, as before, we just have the pack.
The previous round has been very impressed with Steve Norton. Is he part of your plans?
Well, of course, Steve's hit the best form, I think, of his career. And if he hits form today, I think Rovers will be in a lot of trouble.
So, are you confident of reversing your previous two defeats in finals in the last season?
Well, there's been three, actually, Ray. We won the defunct Floodlit final now, so they've won two, we've won one. We're hoping to make it 2 weeks today. I'm sure that if both teams play to the top performance, we'll win it.
Best of luck, Alan.
Thanks very much, Ray.
Full team there. Barry Banks coming in at full-back for Gary Campbell. His first game in 3 months. There'll be question marks over his fitness, but very strong as half-back with Terry Day and Dean. And for me, Seamus Garrett, Ron Wyman and Charlie Stone, if they tackle as well as they've done in previous rounds, we can't expect any better. And Terry Day, when it comes to scoring tries, this man has established it to a fine art. Just over 6 months ago, Lee Crooks was taking part in the curtain raiser for Hull Cup, and here he is now with the big boys. His goal kicking will be vital. But when it does come to tries, this man, 16 already this season, he's a match winner. Hopefully he'll be coming off the forwards today. And what a back three there. 11, Phil Lowe, veteran stage, but running as strong as ever. Len Casey, grafter tackler, and the man who makes it all tick, David Hall at 13. And there is Phil Lowe, this ex-Great Britain forward in the veteran stage, but nevertheless we'll be hoping to add to his medal collection today. And we couldn't have a more experienced referee than Fred Lindop from Wakefield, refereeing his third John Player Trophy final today. As Hull kick off in black and white stripes, attacking from your right, with Hull chaos, Steve Hubbard bringing the ball away. We have a perfect day, perfect pitch. Do you think this will favour any one side, Alex?
Well, I think we should have a cracking game today. We've got two sides. There's not a lot of love lost in either side, but we'll see some exciting rugby, some strong tackling, and really we've got everything, good weather and a good crowd.
These forwards just sorting themselves out in these early stages. The knock-on from Mike Smith brings a temporary lull to the proceedings. First scrum of the match. Hull Kingston's ball. Paul Harkin to put the ball in. And referee Lindop making sure he gets a good scrummage today. And a kick already to Hull. I think the referee will be pretty insistent in these early minutes to stamp himself on the game. And there's Day already in the movement. Crooks. Dean, Skerritt. Hull half-backs bringing these big forwards down early on in the game. Trying to sort out this Rovers pack. Dean, Crane, looking for support. Day again. We should be looking for the Hull number 6, Terry Day, coming off these forwards. Harrison, good tackle from Phil Lowe there. Obviously wanted to get into this game very early. Norton, Stone. No, Gay was stood still there. This Hull Kingston Rovers defence is coming up very, very quick. Clive Sullivan at the back there, now in the retirement stage, obviously chatting over tactics. The Hull Kingston Rovers have taken the scrums 3-2. We still have no score in this first half. Harkins ball, George Fairburn. Oh, and he goes round Norton. And Prendeville getting a little bit annoyed there. Well, George was trying to throw him off. Casey. Stone there, the Hull number 10, getting through his usual work quarter of tackling. Hall, Holstock. Hall. Smith. Phil Lowe galloping downfield with a forward pass. Well, if this man gets half a yard, he still has the speed to burst through. It's delighted crowds throughout the world. Oh, and a good scrum from Ron Wildman there, the Hull hooker. Harrison, only beats him. People are beating one man, but the cover tackling is so strong, it's picking them up. Dane O'Hara coming looking for work, this New Zealand wingman. Dean, Day, back to Dean. Well, the crowd give a roar. One or two thought David Watkins had swung a punch there, and so did the touch judge as he comes on to indicate. And a penalty against Tony Dean. For Tony Dean. Referee signalling to the touch judge. This is a very good chance for Hull here. Lee Crooks building a little mound there to take his kick. He's one of the few kickers in the game who uses a small bucket of sand to make a mound and then to put the ball on. And this should be an easy kick for Lee Crooks, possibly to put Hull in the lead. And he does. And something just had to give, and unfortunately it was David Watkinson's temper, but it's cost him 2 points. And that black and white army of Hull are really delighted as they go into the lead by 2 points to 0. With 26 minutes gone in this first half, Phil Hogan, Rovers centre to take the kicker. That will put Hull in good heart, hopefully to take their first John Player Trophy final and the £9,000 prize money that goes along with it. Mick Crane. Oh, and Ron Wildman stealing down the blind side. Now just look at this hooker. He's going to go all the way. What a try! What a surprise snap move from Ron Wildman. He took everyone by surprise. The Hull Kingston Rovers defence was flat-footed, and he went fully 50 yards to the corner. No wonder that crowd are delighted.
Well, what a superb try this is. This is a number 9, a hooker, and just watch this lad stride out. There's no way he's going to be caught. It's back to Hull Kingston Rovers pass, but does he care? Just watch George Fairburn. He's struggling to get to Wildman, and what a superb try from the hooker. What one good try, and over he goes. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, he's only scored one try this season, but I don't think his coach Arthur Bunting will mind if he never scores another one. Dean, Skerritt, and Phil Lowe straight into the tackle. Charlie Stone, Mick Crane. David Hall has gone to scrum half position in Harkin's absence. Dean, Day, he's going through, he's bursting through, but well taken by Rovers number 9, David Watkinson. Stone, Norton, looking for the gap. Well, these Hull forwards certainly taking some holding now as Norton's bringing Stone and Skerritt forward. Does Skerritt again. To Crane, going for the line. Lee Crooks, what a forward pass. Well, Hull Kingston Rovers have certainly got to get a grip in this last 10 minutes of the first half of these forwards. Scrum down, 15 yards from the Hull line. From the Hull Kingston Rovers line, with Hull still in the lead at 5 points to 0. And George Fairbairn gratefully dives on that ball as it bobs about 2 or 3 yards from their line. Phil Lowe. Holstock. Hull Kingston Rovers hoping to steady themselves down, get their wits together again. And a kick against Trevor Skerritt for interfering with play, and rather silly. He's arguing with the referee and he loses another 10 yards. Good decision there from referee Fred Lindop. Bright sunny day, Roger Millward, the Hull KR captain, shading his eyes, but he'll be looking for a third trophy here today. 5 minutes to go, David Hall at scrum half, sends Lowe galloping through. Now there's Hartley. He's going the full length of the field. This boy can run for Paul Prendeville. Oh, and Paul Prendeville will never make a more vital tackle in his life as he stops Hartley yards from the line. And a free kick has been given. Steve Hartley, a kick given against Tony Dean for hitting Steve Hartley when he was down on the floor after that magnificent run. Well, we were just saying about this man's capabilities, and here he's put Rovers in a position to claw 3 points back. This should be a simple kick for George Fairbairn. Add another one to his 74 goals already this season. If you can have such a thing as a professional foul in rugby league, I would think that was it, because the whole line was stretched. Rovers could have gone over for 5 points, and Tony Dean kept the man down. And he slots it through. George Fairbairn brings them back into the game at 5 points to 2.
Well, this is a superb goal from Phil Lowe. Just watch this. And they call this lad the sniffer, Steve Hartley. And he doesn't miss many chances like this, but just watch Paul Prendeville. What a superb tackle, and followed by Jane O'Hara. A little bit of niddle on the floor and a penalty, but he normally doesn't miss that.
Scrum down in injury time now in this first half. Hall and Steve Norton is offside. George Fairbairn to kick to touch. He'll be hoping to put some more points on the board this afternoon. Holstock. Hull will be very pleased at that try there, which put them in the lead at 5 points to 2. And off we go for the second half, with Hull leading by 5 points to 2, though this is still anybody's game. I'm sure Rovers coach Roger Millwall would have thought about the necessity of moving this ball out to the wings, as Rovers have substituted John Millington for Roy Holstock at prop. A good substitution, I think, bringing a fresher man on and one Great Britain man for another. Norton. Oh, and a lovely dummy from Steve Norton. Fairburn going in high, stops him. Tony Dean. Lee Crooks. Hull has certainly started out as if they mean business in this half. Mick Crane. Hubbard, well taken. He's burst through the tackle, but there's Paul Prendeville. It's like David and Goliath, these two on the wing, the little one and the big one, but he clawed him down. And John Millington, the substitute at number 15, his first touch of the ball. Casey, Steve Crooks. The loss of Harkin at scrum half has meant that there's been no one moving this ball from wing to wing for Rovers, intending to be bottled up in the forwards. And there's Chris Burton, the other substitute, number 14. David Hall. George Fairburn. A high ball for Prendeville, and well taken. Well taken, the sun was in his eyes. He's still going, but there's Steve Hubbard getting him this time. There's a good personal battle going on between those two on the wing. James Lulai. They tell me he was playing his guitar in the coach coming up to the game. He'll be keeping them going afterwards if they win this John Player Trophy final. Norton. Lee Crooks. Missed it. Mike Smith. Casey driving for that line, looking for the gap, gets it there to Chris Burton. A lovely pass out of the tackle from Len Casey. Burton, and a free kick, rightfully so. A free kick against Burton for not playing the ball quick enough. Paul Prendeville to take the kick. A relieving kick for Hull, and a totally unnecessary one. When you're in possession of the ball, you keep your mouth shut and you get on with playing it, I'm afraid, Chris. No, feeding. Well, I must sympathise with David a little bit. As a loose forward, he's not used to playing a scrum. But Tony Dean takes that ball quickly. Hull on the attack now, Trevor Skerritt. 30 yards from the Rovers line. Steve Norton, here he is again, Barry Banks. James Lulai coming short on that ball, well taken. Norton, Stone, Gay. Still going, Trevor Skerritt. Wildman. A bit of passing there, but really to no effect. No one really coming forward on the ball. 10 minutes gone, and Dean attempts a drop. And it's there.
Well, they say that they all count, and just watch this. Off one, onto the other, and 1 point, and that may be vital at the end.
Rovers going into the tackle determined here. Len Casey. Dean, Norton, oh, and he slips the hooker. Still going, Day. Oh, and a lovely ball to O'Hara. When he loses it, it's anybody's ball, play on with. Referee Lindop. Peter Muscroft picks up. Slips his man, he's still going. Well, a good piece of advantage play from referee Lindop there. But I'm afraid the touch judge, Mr. Mason, has come in and spotted an off-the-ball incident. Terry Day is lying flat out. And here he brings up Chris Burton. Well, I think referee Lindop's telling him there might be a film called The Exterminator going around, but they don't want to do a sequel with Chris Burton in it. Terry Day's back up, he's puffing and blowing, but he's back into the frame. Hoping for his second shot to be successful. And he puts it high, he puts it through. And that takes Hull further ahead. And there may be no more crucial goal than that this afternoon, because that means that Hull Kingston Rovers now has to score twice. Norton. Still got it out. Mick Crane. He beats one man. He's going for the line. But George Fairburn, good tackle from George, held him up well. The pressure's on here. Stone. Parkin. Newley. Norton. Oh, he tried to get it out. And a penalty. Well, another silly penalty against Hull Kingston Rovers. He's having a word with George Fairburn. Someone kicking on the floor. Stone, Crane, Day. A nice chip through, and he's obstructed. Well, if Hull Kingston Rovers don't stop giving these penalties away, this game is going to go well away from them. A nice chip through there from Terry Day. Obstructed. And referee Lindop is very, very firm there. Obstruction. Lee Crooks once again, another crucial penalty. A lot of pressure on this young 18-year-old Colt player, but he seems the man for the occasion. His fifth attempt at goal, he's kicked two already. And that's his third. What a roar goes up from that black and white army there from Humberside. They're jubilant, they're happy. And at Hull 10, Hull Kingston Rovers 2. Hull seem well on their way now to the first John Player Trophy. Scrums level, 6 each at the moment. And this could be a crucial one for Hull Kingston Rovers to win. But they don't have to push, they've got a penalty. Hull's front row not getting down straight enough there for referee Lindop. Fairburn. And another penalty. And 10 yards further back. Lee Crooks chatting to referee Lindop. He knows he shouldn't do it. And Hull Kingston opting to go for goal with George Fairburn, what should be quite a simple kick. 15 yards, directly in front of the post. Only his second kick at goal today. Already kicked one in the first half. And this should be a simple one for a player of the likes of George Fairburn. Still takes as much time over this kick though as it was out on the touchline. It's equally as important. It's the same 2 points. It's there. A simple kick, gratefully received by those Rovers fans in red and white. Brings them back to with only a 6-point difference now. Crane, Gay, Paul Prendeville, a nice chip kick. Oh, but well taken by David Watkinson. For a free kick, once again to Hull. David Watkinson up his concert. But if you put your elbow in somebody's face, David, you can't expect anything better than that. This young lad seems to relish this pressure on him. It's 35 yards out. And it hits the post. But it's been left. And another penalty. And I'm afraid this is a sad, sorry tale against Hull Kempton Rovers. An offside decision there, the ball bouncing off the post. It's high, and it's there. And yet another 2 points. And no wonder that Hull Army are delighted. And with 8 minutes to go, Hull 12, Hull Kempton Rovers 4. No one would be more delighted than Lee Crooks there. Phil Hogan. David Hall. Roy Holstock looking for support, but nothing coming. 5 minutes to go, and Hull comfortably in the lead by 12 points to 4. The crowd singing their song, Old Faithful. Although why they should sing a Western song in a fishing port amazes me. And a little fisticuffs there as tempers get frayed. But referee Lindop is standing, no messing. And he sent him off. Yes. And Roy Holstock has only just been substituted back on the field, and off he goes for the long walk. There's no good looking round, Roy. There's only one place to go, and it's the dressing room.
Well, this is the incident. This is an absolutely ridiculous sending off. Just watch Roy Holstock. He comes in. Charlie Stone's got the ball. Watch him come in now. Bang! That was totally unnecessary.
John Millington now, what 16 stone can he do? Peter Musgrove coming off the wing. Every man's in on the act here now. Low, Paul. Oh, Furburns lost it. Blue line. And another knock-on. And there's the final whistle. Hull 12, Hull Kempton Rovers 4. The Hull fans are jubilant. Hull will put their name on the John Player Trophy for the first time with that 12-4 win over the neighbours Hull Kempton Rovers. And I'm sure the winners' £9,000 cheque will be more than grateful to help them on their trip to Spain this week. And Charlie Stone, the Hull number 10 and captain, to receive the trophy from Ken Robertson, the managing director of John Player and Sons. For the first time in the club's history, he might well be pleased, he might well be proud. He may have lost, and he holds the trophy aloft. And Ron Wildman, the man who scored the only try with a bottle of champagne there, I'm sure he'll enjoy.